In this breaking story, you're about to watch a rogue FBI agent expose Donald Trump's new dangerous move. That's right. So many times when Donald Trump is caught up in another scandal, it's actually a distraction for something far more sinister. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avalone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, Donald Trump is absolutely corrupt to his core. There is no doubt about it. And as an extension, his FBI is corrupt. This little flashback will absolutely prove that.
Let me ask you something else. There's been public reporting that Jeffrey Epstein showed people photos of President Trump with half-naked young women. Do you know if the FBI found those photographs in their search of Jeffrey Epstein's safe or premises or otherwise? Have you seen any such thing?
You know, Senator Whitehouse, you sit here and make salacious remarks, once again trying to slander President Trump left and right, when you're the one who was taking money from one of Epstein's closest confidants, I believe, I could be wrong, correct me, Reid Hoffman, who was with Jeffrey Epstein on multiple occasions. And the senator sitting right next to you tried to block the flight logs from being released. Yet you're grilling me on President Trump and some photograph with Epstein? Come on.
The question is, did the FBI find those photographs that have been discussed publicly by a witness who claimed Jeffrey Epstein showed them to him? You don't know anything about that.
And at this point, Republicans are terrified. They are actually just admitting that, hey, if we lose the midterms, we could go to jail. They could try to impeach Trump. All of this sounds pretty good to me.
And I will tell you right now, as God is my witness, if we lose the midterms and we lose 2028, some in this room are going to prison, myself included. They're not going to stop. They're getting more and more and more radical. And we have to counter that. And what do we have to counter it with? We have to counter it with more action, more intense action, more urgency. We're burning daylight. If you look across every aspect of this, we have to codify what President Trump has done by executive order.
President Trump is on the ballot next fall. Because if we lose the majority, if the Republicans, the common sense people here who are doing the job for the American people, if we lose the majority in the House, and this radical element of the Democrat Party were able to take over, we've already seen that movie. They will try to end the Trump administration. He won't have 4 years, he'll have only 2, because they will move to impeach him probably on the first day of the new Congress in January 2027.
And now a rogue FBI agent just exposed Trump's dangerous new move. That's right, take a look at this top story.
Over the past few days, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard has unveiled shocking new evidence that former President Barack Obama and top aides in the Obama administration conspired to subvert President Trump's 2016 election victory.
Literally every line of that is untrue. And I wonder, Michael Feinberg, since we live in a world where it's a little less than it was, but Trump's grip on narrative dominance, at least with his supporters and clearly inside the political appointees at the Department of Justice, is near absolute. What does a statement like that, easily disproven literally through Google searches, what does it set off inside what you understand to be today's FBI and DOJ?
It's going to have a few effects on the FBI and DOJ. The unhesitatingly immediate jump to spewing lies and dissembling about the truth by the White House essentially means that no FBI agent and no line prosecutor is going to want to work on anything remotely politically controversial for the sheer fact that a successor administration can target them, regardless of whether they did everything right, regardless of whether the case was factually predicated, regardless of whether they had main justice support. A president can now come in and essentially say, well, the facts that you cite aren't true. They could quote Kellyanne Conway and say, we have access to alternative facts. And instead of actually trying to get into the truth, we get into some like ridiculous satire of a graduate literature seminar where we're debating what the truth even means. This isn't how a country, let alone an investigative agency, is supposed to function.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.